Hi class, welcome to another session on rehabilitation engineering. So we are discussing principles of rehabilitation engineering. So in the previous video we discussed analysis of a problem. So now let us move on to synthesis. So synthesis of a possible solution follows the analysis procedure. So now that you have analyzed, you know what your problem is. You have defined your problem statement clearly. You have jotted down the requirements, right? You have jotted down exactly what needs to be done. What are all the considerations that need to be taken into account while developing the solution, while formulating the possible solution. So you can move on to synthesis, right? So once a rehabilitation engineer is able to analyze the problem, he or she can develop a solution to the problem by using their creativity, by using their experience, and by using the lessons learned from previous mistakes. So, like I said, if you have a good enough mentor, then he or she would have passed on their wisdom to you, certain wise advices to you. However, if you are learning things on your own, you make a lot of mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes, but it's not okay to continue making the mistakes, right? You have to learn from your mistakes and make sure that you implement your learnings on the next solution that you're coming up with. So while synthesizing a solution, a deeper understanding of the problem can be reached, right? So now that you have made a checklist of exactly what are all the things that need to be done to get the solution, so during synthesis, you realize that certain certain postulates of your analysis procedure, right, they require more thinking than you actually thought. Like for example, initially you come up, this is like doing a project, to be honest. Like you finally a project, you're fascinated and you've read a lot of new medical devices and you want to do something state of the art, right? So you end up choosing a project that is like you do your background work and you choose a project. However, while implementing the project, you realize that you have actually committed to more than that could possibly be done in the time frame that is given to you, right? If you are given 6 months to complete your final year project and you choose a project that is like minimum 1 year, that you'll understand only when you are synthesizing the problem, only when you are actually trying to formulate the solution for the problem, right? That is when you'll understand, like, oh, hang on, this is going to take more time than I expected. So then you remodify and redo things and then try to fit things on your own time. So all that is all that comes under synthesis. So this is why how you understand your problem even well when you are synthesizing the solution for it, right? So next is evaluation. So you have the now that analyzing the problem, synthesizing, you come up with certain solutions. So of all the solutions in hand, two or three best possible solutions that would actually give the most possible benefit to the user will be selected, and they'll undergo further evaluation, further testing and clinical trials and such things. So we have like of all the ideas that we have got in synthesis stage, we pick up the best two or three solutions, right? And then evaluate them further based on the time, money, efficacy, etc. So evaluation can also be done through clinical trials or field trials, mock-ups, computer simulations, mechanical drawings, etc. And then whatever data you're collecting as results should be carefully analyzed, recorded, and documented. And then once you have all the results for all the possible solutions that you have chosen, you can actually make a comparison, do statistical analysis, make a comparison, have a discussion with your team, and then obtain the optimal solution for your problem. And now there are chances that more than one optimal solution is reached, right? So in that scenario, you have to make a decision, right? So a compromise has to be reached in order to choose the solution for the problem in hand, right? Now consider, you can consult other people who have experienced similar problem and see how they have taken the decision, or or if the decision they took had any contraindications in the future. So you can do that kind of study, you can have a discussion and then consider it. The most important factor is to consider the user's preference, like principle 5 of our assistive technology. assessment. So the user, if you present them the possible optimal solutions, like say, hey, these three are going to work the best for you, which one would you like to use, is something that you have to offer to the user. So you have to educate them with the pros and cons, or you can allow them to try all the three and then let them select. So it is up to you. So finally, the implementation is the fabrication, fitting, and customization process or installation process of the optimal solution. So it also requires customization, planning of the project, and maybe you can have like you can allow the user to try it for a few days and then do some rearrangement or redesigning of certain parts which they are not happy with, and then come up like develop the optimal solution, fit it up for the patient very very well, and then let them use it, and then give you the feedback based on which you can further improve the performance of the device. So that is all we have time in this video. So in the next video we shall discuss a problem and try and develop a solution for it. Thank you very much for your time. Take care.